What up, guys? Michael back with the DeSoto Disc Golf Show. We're here at Greg Rogers Park. We're going to be doing the spring layout, which has a lot more pars and fives than normal. There's a normal layout here where you play the same back nine 2 times with slightly different pin positions, slightly different tee pads. But the spring layout is almost like a safari layout where you play from one hole to a different hole. There's mandos, there's a lot of stuff you have to play around. It's really hard. Greg Rogers is probably one of the windiest courses in all of San Diego. It's very open, different levels of elevation, but I think you guys are gonna like it. This is somewhere I tell people to come play when they first start playing, because there's usually not a lot of people here, and you get to practice in the wind, and you get to practice throwing shots without hitting trees right away. So I think you guys are gonna like it. It's a very underrated course, but I think it's one of the best places to come practice. So hope you guys like it. Hopefully I don't shoot too bad. Let's see. All right, guys, we're on hole 1. This is 213 feet uphill. Road is OB. There's a mandatory that is the first available tree. It's a little Twizzler. Double mando towards the end, as far as I understand. I should probably check you this one more time to make sure, but I believe that's the case. So pretty challenging. The wind's probably about 15 to 20 miles an hour straight headwind right now. Gonna be throwing a lot of overstable stuff. Let's see. This one, play a tailwind. Try to go flippy sometimes, but I can miss one of these 2 trees, usually the one on the left off the tee pad. All right, guys, we're on hole 2, 239. Plays from the edge of this point in the sidewalk through the double mando. Really fun ace run, downhill. Not much to it, but it's pretty easy to mess up. Let's see if I do. Ooh, I got lucky. All right, guys, hole 3, 235. There's a mando that you have to go left of before these picnic tables over here. And then basket's pretty much right there. It's just playing into like a cross headwind, so it's gonna be pretty difficult for someone like me, but let's see. Oh no, hit something. All right, guys, we're on hole 4, 351 feet away. Sometimes there's special islands that play on this hole, but for this layout, there isn't any. So it's just straight ahead. Technically, it's always a mando or OB if you go into the baseball field. Don't go over there. There's kids playing. Let's see it. Tried. All right, guys, we're on hole 5. This is the first par 4 of the course for this layout. It is 673 feet. There is a road on the right that is out of bounds. Everything on the left is fair. You just want to throw something around this tree as far as you can, and then you'll see the rest when we get there. This is a really tough hole. Let's do it. That's not good. All right, guys, we're on my favorite hole, hole 6, at least on this layout. 419 feet, straight through the double Mando. Crosswind's coming down the hill. Just try to get out there. Hope the wind doesn't affect it too much. Just try to keep going straight. Let's see it. All right, we're on hole 7, I believe. 461 feet. Mando that you have to go left of, and a big crosswind. I'm gonna try to go dimension, hyzer. Hopefully it doesn't flip. Let's see. OB? Okay. All right, guys, we're on hole 9. This is 343. There's a double Mando you have to shoot through. Once you get past that, there's no out of bounds. That can change depending on what layout you're actually playing. But for now, no out of bounds once you get through the double Mando. Basket is behind the far eucalyptus tree that's up the hill. Let's see. That's a look. I'm okay with that. All right, guys, we're on hole 9, 559, triple Mando, fence is OB, sidewalk long is OB. Such a hard par 4, for me at least. Raging headwind right now. What am I saying, raging? It's probably like 20 miles an hour, so not the worst, but not great by any means. I'm gonna throw something semi-stable, flat, try to get a little bit of turn into the left. Hope it comes back in time. We'll see. Let's do it. Thank you, guys. That was OB, but there's people right in the landing zone. And I don't want to hurt them. All right, guys, we're on hole 10, 239. Mando is on the opposite side of the first tree available. And there's still a double Mando up on top. Wind's picking up more and more. It's probably the hardest part about playing this course. No wind, not that bad. Wind, it can be really tough. Let's see it. All right, guys, we're on one of my favorite holes, hole 11. At least this hole changes depending on the layout, but hole 11 for now. 297, double Mando, downhill, ace run hole, but there's probably about 25 miles an hour of wind coming straight right to left into my face as you're going this way. So let's see, I'm gonna go detour. Missed the Mando on the right hand side, so drop zone putt. Smells like bogey. All right guys, we're on hole 12, 799 feet. Only par 5 on the course. It's probably about 350 till you have to hit a Mando that you have to bend around, and then probably another 350 to get to the pin. It's a really hard one. I've never tried it, but when I heard about it, I was, let's see what happens. All right guys, we're on hole 13, 298, straight uphill. Just no out of bounds, no nothing. Just very uphill into a headwind. Throw as hard as you can. Let's see it. All right guys, we're on hole 13, 332. No Mando, no nothing. Short position. Normally this is T-pad 6. So let's see it. I'm gonna throw, because of the wind, I'm gonna high surf flip my Eagle Dimension. Let's do it. That's safe. Thought I had it. All right guys, we're on hole 15, 282 feet. Crosswind coming, shooting across the valley, right next to that little tiny tree that's up ahead of us. You gotta play a little further to the right. I usually try to do a little bit of a high surf flip. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Sadness. All right guys, we're on hole 16. This is 374 feet from the street, up the hill, around the Mando, which is off to the right. You can't go into the street, that's OB, and then straight to the basket. Pretty uphill, just like the rest of this course. Let's do it. we doing? What are we doing here? Let's go. I'll take that as my one birdie today. Thank you, Jeremy. Tempo, one of my favorite discs. All right, guys, hole 17, 311 feet. Left side of the sidewalk is OB. Right side is not OB, but it goes down into a valley where you don't want to be. So just don't go right. Better to go left OB than right. Let's see it. All right, guys, we're on the last hole, hole 18, 477, triple bando. You have to get through the first set, and then deeper down, there's a mando that points to the left. OB is past the sidewalk. First time playing this hole. Let's see what happens. That should be pretty good. Ah. All right, guys, that wraps up Greg Rogers Disc Golf Course. Like I said, they have multiple layouts that change all the time. There's the original layout that is very beginner friendly, but the spring layout and the summer layouts, they do that for Chingones Disc Golf Club. Shout out to them. They own this place and they do a great job with the layouts. It's always challenging, it's always hard. The OG layout is hard in its own way depending on the wind. If there's no wind out here, it's not hard. You can definitely get pretty far under par. If the wind picks up, it can get challenging. When you start adding the multiple layouts, it gets above and beyond. And it's a great place to practice, not just for the wind, but you can do a lot of field work out here. It's usually pretty empty. The most southwestern disc golf course in the world. And also, shout out to Doghouse. First sponsor of 2025. Thank you guys. If you guys need anything, make sure to stop by Doghouse in Santee. Check out their pro shop. They're always dropping new releases of whatever the newest, coolest thing is. Peace. Thank you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.